I'm checking out girls like me, like big boy toys, fast lane, insane, pedal to the metal, just say my name, Taylor Rene, that's right, just playing the game. Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to this week's edition of FemmePowerment with me, Taylor Rene. I am so excited. This is week number 2, so we're still getting started, still working out some kinks, but I am loving this podcast. It fuels me, it excites me. It's all I think about, really. Like, what can we do this week? And this week, I have an amazing show for you. So we are going to be doing an amazing fresh face eyebrow wash on our lovely model. Ta-da! Every model is going to get the ta-da! And we are going to be talking with the one and only lovely Mikel from Faisence in a little bit. Say hi.
Hi.
So yes, sit back, relax, and enjoy this show because we have a lot to show you, a lot to cover, and a lot to go over. And we're going to hear some of my new music.
Hey.
All right, so let's check in with these brows. This is not a magnifying glass, but they look great. You have great brows already. What do you do?
Well, see, the thing is because they never quite grew back because I want to look like Whoopi Goldberg and I shaved them off. So they never like fully grew back in. So
Do you pluck, wax, or...
I do the razor thing. That
eyebrow razor thing. Does that scare you?
No.
It scares me.
Yes.
I would be like, oh, I nicked myself. Anyway, the few things that we're going to do, it is super easy. So, you need a toothbrush, a washcloth, some water. We're going to put it right here. And some soap. Check out my bling. Bling, bling, money, money. Doesn't have to be this fancy. You can use any soap, even bar soap. Just rub your toothbrush over bar soap. And foaming soap works amazingly well too. But we're just going to put a little bit of soap. Let me wipe this. It's wet. It's wet. That's what she said. We're going to put... We're going to put a little bit of soap on our handy dandy toothbrush. So fresh and so clean, brand new. And then I just brush upwards on the brow on both sides. That wakes them up. It says, hey, something's happening to us. And then we're going to make them a little mad because there's dead skin cells within the eyebrow and hair follicle. So we're going to cross both ways. This is where we get all the cleansing done. Cross it. Make them mad. So we're going to let that sit for a second. I'm telling you guys, if you do this every day, after you get home from your day and you have had time out in the sun, had time doing your makeup, and or just left that makeup on for a day or two when you shouldn't, do this eyebrow wash, and you are going to feel the difference in your eyebrows. Then take your wet washcloth and wipe it off. then I would just wet your toothbrush one more time to get the soap off, and then brush to reshape. So this is the eyebrow in its most naked form.
And you recommend this every day?
Every day. Every day. Because, tried and true, I'm in entertainment, I know you're in fashion, but we get so much gunk and stuff in our eyebrows and in your lashes. There is a lashes wash too, but it's very much different than this, something that your eyes can handle. But this does not touch anywhere near your eyes, so it's completely safe for your eyebrows. And every day at the end of your day, or even before you start your makeup, I forgot to say that. I have done it before I started my eyebrow treatment, and it made my eyebrows pop and glide on even better than normal. I am someone that will, oh, my eyebrows are still a little bit on from yesterday. Let me just Truth serum.
Got a little eyebrow from yesterday.
Got a little left over. Let me see how I can fill this in. How fast? Oh, fast, fast, fast. Definitely, if you do that at the end of your day, do this. So let's talk to Miss Soundbox 360. How do your eyebrows feel?
Actually, I feel really refreshed. This part feels really refreshed, like it just took a shower. Like it feels good.
Shower for your eyebrows.
It feels really good. I like it.
I'm gonna have to come at a different time and do your actual eyebrows, because I would love to shape these babies. They're really beautiful.
It's been a long time since I've done that. I haven't shaped diddly squat lately.
Diddly squat.
Diddly squat. We gotta drop that in post-production. Diddly squat. Well, that is our eyebrow wash trick hack, if you will. You need a toothbrush, a wet washcloth, some water, and some soap. Brush it in its natural direction. Make them all kinds of mad. Brush in both directions, and then wipe it off. And dead skin cells will be removed, and your eyebrows will be left looking amazing, soft, and beautiful. All right, so we are going to bring the lovely Mikel onto camera, and we're going to show you a couple of different ways to wear a head wrap. I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mikel.
Hey. I'm so excited to be here with you ladies tonight. You actually could have left it on. Yeah. And if you want to put it up just a little bit higher for me. Yes, perfect. And I always recommend before you wear head wraps to even wrap your hair in like a silk or a satin scarf anyway, just to keep the moisture in your hair. We're already in the desert, so as much moisture as we can keep in our hair as possible, we want to. So I'm going to do a couple of different wraps for you, ties for you. I put a seam down the middle. Everything's handmade by me. So there's a seam down the middle, so you know you have the same amount to play with on both sides. And so
I would wear it like that.
you like and so this one I'm gonna do.
We'll call that the Tupac.
And you just do a continuous tie of knots until you get to the end. And what I love about most African print fabrics is that they have wax in them, so it helps them hold the shape. So once you get those in a knot, you just stretch them out, and then you wrap it around. And you tuck it in.
Did you see that? That was magic.
So you can see the knots. It makes like a little design. And then you can play with it. You can even take your locks down after this and then just have them hanging to the side. or you can leave them up and make a little bun out of it, however you want it. Or you can just be free. You just like, you do what you do, okay?
So we could describe it in steps. Step 1 would be to cross the tie and make sure you have equal amount on both sides.
Yes.
And
Like I
then-
said, there's a seam at the back. So if you put that right down the middle
Mhm.
in the back of your head, you'll have the same amount to play with on both sides.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
So you know everything's even.
And then make the knots all the way to the end.
Yes. And then
Pull it.
stretch it out, wrap it around, and tuck it in. Some people use pins, but you really don't have to.
Okay.
You really don't have to. It's not going anywhere. I work out in them. I live life in my head wraps. I do everything.
Oh
In my
my
hair.
gosh, that was amazing. I think the pull excited me so much. I was like, wait, where did the extra space come from?
Yes.
And you're gonna show us another
Yes.
one?
I'm going to do another one. And this one is the most popular. You pretty much see everybody in it. My 8-year-old, I'm sorry, she's 9. She had a birthday last week.
Oh, you're okay. It's okay. She's still 8.
She calls it the Rosette because it looks like a little rose at the top of your head. And so this one, you just twist it till you get to the end. And depending on how big you want it is how tight or how loose you make this. So if you want it bigger, you make this loose. If you want it more defined and smaller, you make this tighter. So
You guys are about to start seeing me in some head wraps. Head wraps. All the prints. Send me all the prints.
yes. And I love African prints. They're so beautiful, so vibrant. And so we just take it.
That's so awesome.
And then we twist it. Like I said, African print, you can play with it. And so we can form it to have it look however we want it to.
I have to look at this on there.
Yes, queen!
Yes,
Queen! I love it.
I feel royalty right
You
now.
are okay.
I mean, you all look amazing, but this is your look,
Yes.
period.
And
Oh my
this
goodness,
wrap
let me
goes
show
with
you.
this earrings and this necklace that I'm rocking tonight. So this is usually how I sell them as sets. So you can get the head wrap, the necklace, the earrings, or if you want to break it up, get it individually, you're more than welcome. So okay. Look at you. Yes.
You.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
We're about to catch my friend Africa.
We're about to get on.
We're not gonna know how to talk to you. We're gonna be like,
Yes. You're not worried.
I love it. I
I
love,
love
it.
it. I love it.
I'm gonna do one more.
Okay, go ahead.
One more. And this is a turban style. And this one can go for men or women.
Okay.
I have men that purchase.
Little unisex action.
Yes. And so this one's real easy. Your ties are still twisted. And you just wrap it around and tuck it in. Same on this side. You wrap it around and you tuck it in. And this is a turban style. And I make the wraps wide enough.
That's how I sleep at night.
Yeah. If you wanted to cover your full head, you like, I don't want to do anything with my hair today. It's wide enough where you get full head coverage. So you can have everything covered. Or you can just, like we did it today, wrap the edges. So, and always, your ears are always in, so we always have to pull the ears out.
So head wrap look number 1 was called.
I just do knots. So
Okay,
I don't really.
knots. The knot look.
Yes.
Number 2 was the
Rosette.
Rosette look, and number 3
It's
is
a
the turban.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you, my mother.
Yeah.
Thank
You're beautiful.
I'm happy to learn something new. So
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm happy to be a model for your stuff.
Thank you.
So
I'm
this
not
line
giving
is
it back.
called Faisence,
You can have
and for everybody that wears head wraps that's watching, this tutorial is definitely for you. If you learned something new, definitely give us a thumbs up, share, tag, and repost. And we love how all of these styles turned out on our amazing model.
Yes.
Isn't she amazing? We love her. We love her.
I want to totally thank Mikel for my new wrap. I love it. I will be wearing it. And before you leave, I'm just going to say I might try to take the earrings that go with it.
She said
I just take it off,
snatched.
put it on the desk.
But thank you guys for
Thank you so
allowing
much.
me to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. All right, so we're going to get to know the lovely Mikel a little bit more. Squeeze into here. Again, my name is Taylor Rene. I am your Miss Gay United States Femme Fatale, representing Gay United States Pageantry System. And this is FemmePowerment, all things music, fashion, beauty, and empowering women, female allies, and all the things that we can do to support female culture. So we have with us today, Mikel.
First of all, I just want to say thank you, Taylor, for even thinking about me for your show. I think you messaged me like at 11:30 at night, and I'm usually knocked out at that time. I was sending emails, and I saw it and I read it, and I'm like, what? Really? So at this time of the night, I'm supposed to be winding down. Let's go to sleep. I'm like crunk now. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? What's my model gonna wear? Okay. So I'm messaging people. I was like, ooh, she just messaged me. She wants me I did this fashion show for her. I was like, I'm just all excited messaging people. And so I'm just happy to be here. This is my first time ever doing a podcast. So I'm just thankful for all the doors God's been opening.
Right.
I'm just happy to be here.
Well, it's interesting too because we met through Miss Veen.
Yes,
Shout out Miss Veen.
Yes.
And we had a little bit of a hard time connecting, but it was never a thing.
No.
It was like, oh, I can't get hold of you. You can't get hold of me. So, want that again? It was like, girl, you're busy.
Yes.
We will connect. And when we connected, it has been all love. And like I said, you were completely shouted out from TKG Clothing last week.
Thank you.
I just knew that you had to be on the show. So
I appreciate it.
I want to dive right in. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did Faisence come to be about?
Well, I have to go way back. My mom is like the most amazing seamstress ever. I like Louis Vuitton. Nobody has anything on my mom from everything I've ever looked good in my mom made. And you could never tell that it was something that's fresh off the sewing machine. My mom, we went and got it custom made. We went and got it. Somebody amazing made this, but it was my mom.
Wow.
And I grew up watching her make prom dresses, wedding dresses, sitting for hours hand beating wedding dresses and custom made suits for men, tailored, just amazingly beautiful. And so I guess one day I was like, I want to learn how to sew. And my mom, she was teaching me, had zero patience for me. And so
Isn't it always like that?
she was yelling at me, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And at the time, she was a manager at a fabric store, and they would offer sewing lessons on the weekends. So I would go to work with her on Saturday, and the same thing that my mom was working on that week, we did in the class. And I was like, oh, that's what you were trying to tell me? This was easy.
Well, it always clicks better when someone else demonstrates it for you.
And my youngest is homeschooled, and so I have to be mindful of that same thing.
Gotcha.
How I'm teaching her, I was like, okay, let me slow down, let me breathe, let me tell you, because I don't want her to get frustrated the same way I was when I was her age. So.
It's crazy. So I'm just going to say, I do drag, femme bio drag. I was born a woman. I do drag, but we like to elevate ourselves to the next power. So I'm going to hit you and your mom up for some outfits because that would just be amazing.
Yes. And so I didn't sew for a long time. I made a lot of my clothes in high school.
Okay.
But once I went to college, it's like, okay, we want the name brands. We want this, we want that.
Right.
But then maybe about 5 years ago, I got into the head wraps, and that's kind of where it started. I bought my first head wrap online, and I think I spent like $35 for it. And when I got it, I was like, this is what I spent $35 for. I was like, I can do this.
That still happens. It just happened to me. I like to sleep in scarves, and I'm always looking for like the comfy thing, and I'm like, what is this? They sent me a hat with the turban in the back. That was what they sent me. So you put it on like a hat, and then not the turban, the rosette. The rosette was in the back, but it's just one piece.
Oh.
But on Amazon, it looks like it all comes apart and it's this long. But when I received it, it was...
Yes, pre-tied. It's a pre-tied one.
And it doesn't stay on when you sleep.
No.
I'd rather have that. So your daughters have a special meaning towards the lines.
Yeah, my business is... it's funny because one day we were like trying to name our Wi-Fi. And so, you know how people have a name for their Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
And so my daughter was like, why don't you name it after me? My other daughter was like, no, you can name it after me. I was like, we're going to put both of you guys' names together. So no one is upset. So my youngest is Faith and my oldest is Essence. And together it's Faisence.
I love that.
And then when I started my business, it was like a no-brainer. It's going to be Faisence.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they both take the credit for naming the business.
Because it started with Wi-Fi.
Right.
Wow. That is amazing. My Wi-Fi name's not that cool.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's next for you?
I think we've only just got the tip of the iceberg. Literally, the fashion show I did for you was kind of like the launch for my clothing.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
I've been doing the head wraps and the earrings for the past 3 years. When COVID hit, we incorporated the mask to match so you could get the full set. We still have people that are wearing the mask, and so we still have those supplied for you if you want those. Of course, you can order those. And then I always wear something that I made when I do events or things like that. And people like, where can I get that? Where can I get this? So I already make everything. On top of my fashion, I have a skincare line as well.
Okay.
And I make everything for that. And it's like, I'm too busy. I can't do one more thing.
Right.
And so I was like, let me do one product. Let me do one. Let me see the time it takes and see if I can incorporate that into my day-to-day. Because every one of my days are broken down. And like I said, I homeschool my youngest. Okay. So that's included in my work day. Mm-hmm. So I saw the kimono jackets made out the African prints. Absolutely
so
love
amazing.
them.
So amazing.
And so I was like, let me time this, see how long it takes me to make it, and see if I can incorporate it into my day. And I had to call my mom. Called my mom. She gave me a few pointers, and I was like, okay, I can do this. So I did it. I took it to my event. The next event I had, I took 6 and I sold 4. I was like, okay, we can do this.
So speaking of selling, what would a set like? Well, break it down. So that if we wanted the kimono, the head wrap, and the earrings, and this necklace from digging, what would all of that break down to, and itemize it out as well?
My kimonos actually come in 3 different lengths.
Okay.
So you can get, I like to call it a dress length because I like the look of your skirt or shorts the same length as your jacket, or you can get it to your knee, or you can get it to the floor. So you have 3 different lengths you can choose from.
I mean, I need the prices because I need all 3 lengths when I go to Roanoke next month for nationals. So break it down.
My floor length is $95. My knee length is $75, and my skirt length is $65.
Okay, like $230. I'm rocking with 3 amazing kimonos to Roanoke.
And what I like about them is that no 2 of them are the same. So you're not going to see anybody walking around town with the same thing you have on. And that's why it's been kind of hard for me to put it on my website, because it's like,
how do you buy?
Right. An original. So it's easy for me to do at my events, but when it comes to my website, it's been coming soon on my website for the past month.
So add the accessories to the kimono. What would that look like?
The head wraps are $25. And my earrings are based on the style and size you get. I have about 10 different styles of earrings that I do, from tassel earrings to these, to bigger hoops, to smaller. So they usually run between 10 to 15 for the earrings.
So if I want to take those earrings,
These are 15.
put some rhinestones on them to go to nationals, would that work out?
Yes, we can definitely put some rhinestones. We can bling it out.
Yes.
Yes.
I mentioned I'm going to nationals next month.
Yes.
Sponsors, hit me up. I need all the stuff.
Hit her up, okay?
I swear, we joke about it, but I didn't think I was small enough to wear your line, and now that I know that things are custom,
Yes.
I definitely want to be wearing anything that you make, because I'm out there, I'm doing a lot of things, but it feels, even from the fashion show that I saw, it feels like the girls felt empowered and super powerful as soon as they put those jackets on.
And it's crazy that you say that, because literally the first time I put a head wrap on, it's like I'm a queen, just the same way she felt when I wrapped her hair up. You feel that, okay, I need to sit up straight. I need to command power, respect. And it's like, that's me. That's who I am. And the fact that I wear them every day, that's how I carry myself.
Yes.
I'm representing my brand.
Yes.
This is who I am now. It's like, for me to right now to not have a head wrap on, I feel kind of naked, because I always have them.
But you're rocking this amazing
Yes, my hair. Yes, and that's the reason why I did my hair just for the show today, and so I'm like, ooh.
I got the hair or not?
I got the hair. I got the hair. I got the earrings. I got the necklace.
No.
And so it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do the hair wrap. It took everything. You saw I brought it.
Yes.
But now she's rocking it. She's not letting me take it home, so I'm good. It worked out.
So I feel like
I'm not taking it home. I know.
I feel like there's so many elements to the word queen. But like I said, I was there as they were getting dressed, and some of the models, they're all beautiful, stunning, and professional. But there's like this like slouch element, or banter back and forth. You dressed them, they all said
yes. Yep.
it was like,
yes.
What? I have this hat that I wear. It's my Femme Fatale, the United States Femme Fatale crown. I want to incorporate how I can wrap my hair and have the print
Coming out of it.
up here, because I just feel I'm in love with your line. I'm sorry, can you tell?
Thank you. I love it. I appreciate it so much. It's amazing how when I started at, I saw this market online. I was doing everything online from my house at the time. And then there was this lady, she was a baker. She was doing a market for Christmas.
Yes.
2020. She had all this land, and so she was going to let all these businesses come out there and show their product.
Wow.
And I went out there, and I was the only Black face out there, and I was like, okay, God. But
we're gonna make it work.
It did.
Yeah.
It worked. My skincare products sold more than anything.
Yeah. We're just not sure about the lip scrub.
Yes, it's amazing. I love the lip scrub. And so that just opened the door. I talked to some of the vendors, see where they go. And of course, like I said, I was the only melanated person out there. And so they sent me to a farmer's market in Sun City West.
Okay.
And it was funny because I've been in hospitality for over 20 years.
Yes.
And that was an area that I worked in for the past 8 to 9 years. So I knew already a lot of the customers that were coming to the market. But I met this guy. He has an amazing spice, Najee Grill and Spice. My daughters swear by it. I was like, dude, you can never stop selling this spice because they put it on everything.
Right.
But we connected, and instantly the friendship, the bond, and wherever he was going, you would see me. We were at markets together, and doors just kept opening. And he's gone his way. We're still good friends, but his markets, his clientele is different from my clientele now.
Right.
And so just to get my foot in the door and all the love I've been shown since I've started the business, I just want to tell everybody thank you. When they say, oh, somebody's already doing that, the market's oversaturated, but they're not me. And I'll see posts pop up of people with the wraps and this and that. But I still see my business flourishing. I still see messages. Hey, can I get this? Come on. Oh, those earrings you had on. Can I get that? And then Bing was like, we have to have you at this fashion show. I'm like, what?
It's time for a fashion show. I want to double back on just the notion of the market being oversaturated. It's never oversaturated.
Right.
There's enough room
For everybody.
for everybody to be successful, everybody to eat, everybody to have their own creative juice. And I love that you have that mindset because it didn't stop you.
No.
And here you are. And I can't wait till you are doing New York, Paris Fashion Week, all the fashion weeks. And I will be front row just going on. I really, and there's something, you don't look or act like my grandmother, obviously, but there is a yumminess that reminds me of my grandmother, and I keep almost choking up. Like,
you don't make me cry because my grandmother was like a major part of who I am.
Oh, me too.
Like I would sit at her knee while she read the Bible. We watched Matlock together. We watched, and so she poured into me constantly as a kid. People say, why do you carry yourself like this? Why do you do this? Why don't you dress like this? And anytime I'm getting dressed, I think, what is my grandmother going to say? Even like today, I'm showing a little bit leg. And so I'm like, what would my grandmother say? And but she was definitely, even my whole family, my grandmother was it. And when she passed away, it was like, what are we going to do?
And as it relates to FemmePowerment, we have our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters, our created sisters, and the bonds that we create with other sisters of any nationality. So I don't know.
Thank you. I just made my grandmother proud.
You made your grandmother so proud. I'm very proud of you. Last question as it relates to your line, and then I want to break into your story. But what keeps you motivated?
My girls, for sure. It hasn't been easy being a single mom, but every day, my oldest is in college, and she didn't miss one step. Grades are amazing. Mm-hmm. She started her own business. I'm like, okay, she's 18 and she started a business. Okay, I need to. That's like, okay, this has to work. Faisence, because this is what I'm leading to them. This is their legacy. Not only is it named after them, for them, this is for them, for their children.
Their footprint.
Exactly.
That you're going to leave behind for them, and they're going to leave behind, and they're going to leave behind.
Exactly. And so
FemmePowerment right there. FemmePowerment everywhere.
And so, and it's funny that I have two girls because my youngest, when the doctor was like, that's the girl, I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like no, not another girl. Another hand to go. But when I say a blessing upon blessings with those girls, they continue to push me. Right. The days I don't want to get up, I don't want to sew today, and they're my why. That's why I get up. That's why I push. And so,
well, we know that God always knows what He's doing.
Yes.
So God said,
we don't see it.
You get two girls,
right?
No boys for
no
you.
Boys for me.
All right. Well, let's break into a little bit of my new music, and when we come back, we are going to have not the hot seat, but the sentimental empowerment story coming from you, and I can't wait to hear it. Yes. But let's hear some music.
Yes.
Cheers, my wine and your water.
Yes.
I'm ready for that good thing. Put it in drive on me. Baby, take control. Lay me on my back now. You know how I like it, baby. She really put it down. She got me in the clouds. I'm waking up my neighbors cause I'm getting so loud. It's going down. Tonight we
The JTA pin is fire.
You looked at me.
I was going along with it.
Did you
I was doing my part.
She just threw me under the bus over here. That kind of look from my music producer. That's what I get. Have a drink, they said. I gave you my fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
So disrespectful.
Well, then, since we can keep going, who are your inspirations as designers? I know we've talked about your mom, but like in the fashion industry, give us some names.
I wish I could, but I can't because, like I said, it's my mom. That's just who it is. My grandmother, of course, she's old school, so she made all of her kids' clothing. My grandfather, he would get the big bags of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother would use them for clothing and things like that. And then they got older. Now we got fabric stores and things like that. And my mom was like, she made her first pair of pants when she was 10 for her sister. And from there, that's all she's ever done. That's all she's been a seamstress her whole life. And that's what I saw. And I never really got into the name brand. Once I got into college and could afford my own stuff, I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when I realized I don't have to wear the same thing this person has on, I can be original every time I walk out the house. Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, this is twice now because also with the fashion show, you made something like the day before, and now with this, you made something a couple days ago. So we could be like, hey, on a Wednesday.
I'd rather you not.
That would be me. Hey, wait, no, actually, I'm giving you a month's notice for nationals in Roanoke because I'm gone May 18th to the 23rd. So let's go with something. But I would be the one that's like, hey, it's Wednesday. Can I have something by Friday?
Well, funny thing, I will be in North Carolina for a month. We leave next Thursday. So I'll be doing events in North Carolina and Arkansas the next month.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I usually do in the summer. Mm-hmm. I try to get out of this heat and go to a totally different heat.
Yeah. Oh, we're flying into Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
So I fly in on the 18th and then leave back out on the 23rd.
Well, we probably still can make something happen. We'll talk.
I want the floor-length one for sure.
That's my.
I feel like we need to bring that to the pageantry system, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, Taylor, where'd you get that?"
That's fine. That's what we want.
Bling bling.
That's what we want.
Well, we're waiting for the music. Why don't we go ahead and dive into your story?
Sounds good.
Yes. So start wherever you feel comfortable, and let us know what has empowered you and how you got from that situation to where you are today.
Like I said, my girls are definitely a motivation. I was in hospitality for 20 years. Absolutely loved it. I left college to help my mom out. She had some things going on. And her next door neighbor, she got me an interview at this hotel that she worked at. And my first day, I was like, I love this. This is what I want to do. And I've been in hospitality. I've been banquet manager, restaurant manager, server. Mm-hmm. And that's what I thought I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. Okay. And then the pandemic hit. I had already started my skincare line, but I hadn't gone full time with anything. I was just like doing my thing at the hotels and country clubs. And once the pandemic hit, I was like, this is your time. This is what I've been preparing you for.
So we couldn't go out. So right. You had to stay in. Mm-hmm. And staying in forced you to dig
custom. Deeper. I was like, okay, this is what I can do. People were already saying, where do you get your head wraps? Right. Blah, blah, blah. And so I just started making jewelry. I taught myself how to make jewelry. I was already making my own head wrap, so I just made it a little bit more fancy for the people. Mine are just like zoop one seam, I'm good. Tuck this ravel in, nobody can see it. But
She goes all out for the customer.
Right. And then I started playing with. I like my earrings big and long, and then I was like, okay, everybody's not like you.
I feel like that's a song. I like my earrings big and long. Sorry. Why?
And so, and that was just the beginning. I put a few things on social media, and my inbox just was flooded. And I was like, oh.
Congratulations on that.
And it was just the head wraps. I've only done the head wraps for the past 2.5, 3 years. That's all I've done. Like I said, I just recently incorporated the kimonos to see how they would do. I have a couple tops which the model was going to wear tonight. That's going to be my summer line coming out. So I'm really excited about that.
And where do we find your line?
Faisence.com, real simple, real easy. And I'm also on Instagram under Faisence. Like I said, I do a lot of custom orders, so people will shoot me a message. Can you do this? I have this coming up. I need this certain color head wrap or solid colors, because my whole line is African prints, but I will do special orders for a solid color. I had a business owner contact me recently. Her colors are like purple and teal and silver, so she wanted solid colors to go with her prints that she already has for her business.
Okay.
So I do those type of things as well.
But I want to say I can't say on camera, but we don't. If you just start looking for some red, white, and blue fabric,
I got you.
I need that on the post-production. Bling!
But definitely, and it was just after one door opened, the next door opened, and I even tried to go back to work. My manager called me back. The job I was at, he had people that had been there for 10 years, 15 years. He didn't bring those back. He brought me back. And that's favor God always shows me on the job. He shows me, I was the only Black person that worked there, but God always shows me favor. But I was at that place where, I don't know if I can say it online, but it was real Republican, and it got to the point where I would just drive onto the parking lot and I felt like I was having an anxiety attack. And this was during the time of the riots, and then we factor in COVID, and I had just left my church that I was at from 8 years. My pastor was Caucasian, and I didn't feel like we were getting that support for the Black community that I needed. And I was just like, I just need to be with my people right now. I need to be around my people. And I've never had that feeling.
Right.
The high school I went to was all white. Every job I've worked in, all white. And I've never felt out of place. I was able to assimilate to every place I worked in and not feel like I didn't belong.
Can I just tell you that, well, one, I absolutely identify with what you're saying, but people always tell me, oh, stop talking white. But like, what does that mean?
Whenever we go back home, people tell my kids that your kids sound white. And it's funny because when my aunt kids used to come from California down south, they used to tell her kids the same thing. And I had the Southern, and I'll say a couple of things, and you'd be like, ooh, where's she from? And my Southern drawl will come out.
Well, sometimes when you're around, when the millisecond that you hear a different dialect or accent,
yes,
you start talking like that. But as I'm sitting here with you, I'm like, we sound alike. I like her. Just kidding.
Likeable.
Sorry, but yeah, I just felt like, we've all heard that, and we even shared the cussing slang vibe. Yes. Oh, I can do it when you piss me off,
right?
But it's not my daily,
exactly.
And you might laugh at me when I try.
Right. That don't sound right.
say fricka fracka, huh, Miss Soundbox 360. Frick fracka. Sorry, continue.
I love it. But, and so, like I said, I tried to go back to work and I couldn't. So I called in a couple days and now I'm trying to explain how I'm feeling to human resources that's all white. How do I explain as a single Black mom, I feel like sometimes I'm not going to make it home to my kids. They don't understand that. And so I didn't even put in a 2-week notice. I just told them I wasn't coming back. And I was like, okay, God, you're going to have to make this work. If I can't work for anyone, you're going to have to make my business work. And that's what he's did. He's been faithful from day one. If I put in the work, he's putting in the work. And like I said, just the fact that you even thought of me for this show, I just wanted to break down and cry because that's what he does. He just, okay, you got to walk into this. This is your season to walk into this. I have this for you. Are you going to walk into this? Are you going to be lazy? Are you going to get up? Are you going to receive these blessings that I'm continually trying to pour on you? And I was like, yes, God, I will.
So you are an entrepreneur. You are making life work, making your family work all off of your creativity, talent, and amazing discipline.
Yes. And when I tell you, it hasn't been easy. Some days I just want to cry because I'm like, I only made $50 at this event this week.
Right?
I have all these bills to pay, but when I tell you I haven't missed 1 month of rent, I haven't missed one bill.
You're gonna get me.
I haven't missed anything. He'll triple the next event I do, or 50 orders will come in for this item out of nowhere. And I've never been at a point to where, okay, I want to go back to work full time.
Right.
Never. I've tried to even take side jobs. I had this amazing chef. I went to work for her. I was like, this is perfect. I can still do a little hospitality because that's what I love. I love hospitality. And my business is basically the same, the customer service. That's who I am. I embody that. And I tried to go back to work for her, but she was new. Mm-hmm. And I've been in hospitality for 20 years. This is her business. I can't tell you how to run your business, mm-hmm. So I'm going to step back. Mm-hmm. Because I see so many things. I can see you can be great, but I see so many things. You're making my life harder, mm-hmm. because you don't know what you're doing yet. So I'm going to step back. I was like, okay, God, I hear you. This is not, let me focus on my own. I get it. Let me focus on my own.
How many times, that is huge, because especially as it relates to all of us entrepreneurs, but we do that. Mm-hmm. We know exactly what our talent is, exactly what our passion is, but we're going to stray over here because it's the paycheck that our family wants, or it's real with deductions. And it's a 9 to 5. But when you have that heart and you have that passion, you know, working a 9 to 5 doesn't do it. Nope. It doesn't cut it. Nope. And then God's like, listen,
exactly.
How many times do I have to thump you on the forehead to tell you I'm guiding you over here? You know, I'm a firm believer that God and the universe don't play. And I'm tapped into both, and sometimes I'm like, doo, 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 and then it just goes, yep. I don't understand in that moment, but it is what it is, and then I'm paying attention and I'm listening, and you know.
Yes, definitely. Everything's been a learning experience, and I take it, even like I said, the events where I don't make money, but I make a good contact. The networking's there. The photographers that I met at your event, and just people people always wanted to take my picture. And it's crazy because my daughter's like, how many people took your picture today, Mom? And I was like, 3. And I had this one lady, she took my picture, then she painted it. It was perfect. It was amazing. And I never understood why. Mm-hmm. why is that happening? And God was just like, I'm just preparing you. I'm
Right.
preparing you for what's next.
Have you seen the photos that Colin took?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, I will have to send you the
Okay.
link. All the models look amazing. You look amazing. I think he's using one of your photos
Oh my
as
goodness.
like, look what I did. Because he's phenomenal. You're phenomenal. You made magic in a photo.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I hope the fashion show definitely gave you some context, and I truly hope from this podcast everybody sees the incredible star that Mikel is as her own person in her own right, and especially in the fashion industry. Because I'm gonna say you saw it first, but
Yes.
first podcast. that's a huge honor. And I just want nothing but the best for you.
Thank you.
I think that you are amazing. And I got this little gift for
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
And it's reminiscent of our Slay fashion show. You can pamper yourself a little
I
bit.
love her.
But I really want everybody watching, tuning in, and listening to head over to Faisence.com. FAISENCE.com. You can purchase kimono jackets, head wraps, earrings, face masks still, right?
Yes.
And it can all be custom ordered as well. And you just won't be disappointed. And you're going to see me in it a lot.
And then, like I said, if you don't see anything on the website, I put the things on the website that I know I can get in regularly. But most of the times at my events or what I have that aren't on the website, nobody else is going to have. So that's why I really just have my website for people. It's her business, authentic. It's her business for real. But most of my business comes from custom orders and the events that I do.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Well, that is going to bring us to the end of our FemmePowerment Live with Taylor Rene podcast. So happy to have gotten to do this interview with you.
So much.
It just, like, my toes are still wiggling in my shoes. I can't wait for people to see this podcast because you just have lit up the camera.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you again for having me.
Anytime.
Thank you for the beautiful model.
Yes. Shout out to Miss Soundbox 360
Yes.
of Soundbox 360 Radio. I wouldn't be here without you or without your amazing belief in me. So if you are empowered, if you are female or a female ally, if you have a story, if you're a model, makeup artist, or not a makeup artist. I'm going to introduce you to an amazing model next Tuesday. And she is phenomenal, can do all the things, all the transformations, and I cannot wait to make her be a part of our team, our FemmePowerment team. So yes, if you're watching, if you like it, make sure you subscribe. Check us out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. religiously, on time, not late, no CPT.
Know how we do.
No CPT. But yes, this is the show to love on you, love on us, and share all the things that we know as women, for women, and by women.
Yes.
So take care. Bye.
I'm ready for that good thing. Put it in drive on me. Baby, take control. Lay me on my back now. You know how I like it, baby. She really put it down. She got me in the clouds. I'm looking at my neighbors cause I'm getting so loud. It's going down. Tonight we going rounds. You know how I like it, baby. Love on me. Let me fall for you, baby. Fall for you, baby. Love on me. Get down with a girl like me. So put your hands up on me. Like I'm your one and only. Do a little dance in this bed up on me. I just wanna live and get a little lit. Get a bad girl like you. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your, I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your, you got me losing my mind. Thinking about me and you together every night. Body on my body, yeah, I'm feeling hella nice. Swimming in my ocean, yeah, she looking hella fine. She got me like damn, and I know she feeling it. She screaming like a fan. We on another level, we making sexy music. She my bass, another triple. Love on me, I make you fall for me, baby. Fall for me, baby. Love on me. Get with a girl like me. So put your hands on me, like I'm the one and only. Do a little dance and just get up on me. I just wanna live and get a little lit. With a bad girl like you, bad girl like you. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your, I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be your girl. I just wanna be